Today, as we've been telling you, is the 25th anniversary of the national holiday honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This holiday is considered by many to be a day on, not a day off, to be of service to others. I had a chance when I was in Atlanta to talk to some of those who worked with Dr. King and who are following in his footsteps. And I did that to get their unique perspective on his legacy and the importance of this day.
Martin gave his life to redeem the soul of America from the triple evils of racism, war, and poverty.
Remember, Dr. King was a warrior, a peaceful warrior.
He said we must either learn how to live together as brothers or die separately as fools.
3 people touched by the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Civil rights activist Andrew Young, Tom Houck, the King family's driver, and Reverend Raphael Warnock, the current senior pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church, where King once preached. Do you have things that you call upon that in your, personally that have helped you?
Oh, absolutely. Almost everyone has heard the I Have a Dream speech, and it's a powerful speech. But there are even moments in that speech, I think, that the nation has sort of glossed over.
So we've come here today to dramatize a shameful condition. In a sense, we've come to our nation's capital to cash a check.
There was a kind of sharp analysis in his public discourse. He said, we're here to cash a check that has come back marked insufficient funds. And in a real sense, that's a literal reality right now as we still have to struggle against poverty.
America has given the Negro people a bad check. A check which has come back marked insufficient funds.
Andrew Young, who was on the front lines with King, agrees with Reverend Warnock.
We forgot what the speech was about, and we focused on the dream. But the dream was that all of God's children should have food, education, health, and opportunity. That we are endowed by the Creator with certain inalienable rights.
He understood that until everybody was free, no one was free.
And what does the 25th anniversary of the celebration of his holiday, his special day, mean to you, Tom?
You know, I sit back and it's always a day on rather than a day off. We need to live what he was about throughout the year, through the 365 days a year.
For Martin Luther King's birthday, I think we also have to celebrate the success of how far we've come without violence. And though we still have a long way to go, we can do it together.
Dr. King said, if you have not found something that you're willing to die for, then you're not fit to live. And so somehow we've got to rediscover our passion. And on this day in which we celebrate his birthday, I think we're encouraged all the more to keep on keeping on.
I love how he said they keep on keeping on. And I told you, I almost met Dr. King.
Yeah.
1960, August, my mother was pregnant with me, and she heard him speak at Tuskegee
so
with
you
my
heard
mom.
something.
I'm sure in the womb I was like, what's that, who's that? But just the words are still something that stay with us.
And
his message.
It's inspiring to see Reverend Raphael carrying on that legacy. It must be so hard to get up in that pulpit every Sunday knowing it was Dr. King's pulpit.
I have told that, I've asked him that very thing about what it must feel like to be there. And he just says that it's something that it's a privilege for him, and he's being creative in bringing more people to the Word.